For over a century, the Murdaughs were law and order here in the 14th Circuit.
The family was under increasing amount of stress.
My wife and child got bad.
It didn't seem real at the time.
You've likely seen the newly released Netflix documentary. It dives deep into the Murdaugh family, their prominence in South Carolina, and their soap opera of a legacy. Showrunner and executive producer of Murdaugh Murders, a Southern scandal, Mike Gasparro, is joining me right now. Mike, thanks for being here. You know, we have this guilty verdict on all counts, but I got to start with, the fact that you guys compiled this story, talking to people who knew them and know them very, very well. What was your overall takeaway about their reputation?
Well, I would say that, we focused mostly on the boat crash when we got into the story in the summer of 2021. It was, I guess it was August. It was after the double murder. We decided we wanted to focus on the boat crash because we felt like that was the pinnacle moment that the light was shining on this family. There's many tentacles to it. I think that focusing on the kids on the boat, their feeling was, they could get away with anything. And that was everyone in what happened the night of the boat crash in the hospital.
And obviously, Paul Murdaugh was the one on that boat, believed to have been the one behind the wheel, crashing that boat that caused the death of one young woman. You talked to his ex-girlfriend. You talked to the Smith family. And again, for those watching at home who haven't been keeping up on all of these details, as you said, there's so many tentacles. But did you expect a guilty verdict so quickly for Paul's father in his murder?
Yes and no. I think as soon as the video with Alec's voice came into play, I think that kind of sealed the deal. Did I think they'd come back that quickly? I honestly no. I think we set this up prior to a verdict. I think that I was thinking maybe the weekend or next week. But I think that the jury, the state did an amazing job with the case. And I think that video basically sealed the deal.
Okay. I couldn't help but see clips from your documentary with Paul's ex-girlfriend talking about partying, not just with Paul, but with his whole family, with Alec Murdaugh, who reportedly served alcohol to minors frequently when they enjoyed time together. Let's take a listen at what Paul's ex-girlfriend, Morgan Dowdy, I hope I'm saying her name right, what she had to say.
We were staying at a hotel. He had been so intoxicated. We had finally gotten to bed, and for some reason, Paul kept, kicking me. I yelled at him, and then he got on top of me, and I just remember him screaming, "I told you to shut up," just holding down my throat. I just remember then he, punched me really hard, in the knee right here, and, I am sorry.
Now, Paul was already dead when you all decided to make this documentary. He was going to face a judge himself in Mallory Beach, the young woman who was killed after that boat crashed in her murder. Why was it important for you all to address this particular story, and why are people so interested in it, do you think?
I think for us, it was, these are kids. Paul was a flawed kid. He wasn't perfect. But he was a kid, and I think that, given another 20 years, he could have gotten his life together and straightened himself out. But, it's a traumatic experience, losing a friend to begin with, adding all this other drama. I think Morgan is incredibly strong, and that was the first time she's told this story publicly. And I think that it was somewhat therapeutic for her to go through this. We sat with her for a very long time. And I think that it was very hard for her to talk about this. And I know that she doesn't hate Paul. I think that it was complicated. And, she was processing it in real time for us.
I think that a lot of what we're seeing come out about this family and about what happened on the boat that night and at the dog kennels is pretty complicated. Mike Gasparro, thank you very much, and continued success with your production company.
Thank you.
Wow. It's just amazing that this family's life it sounds like a real life movie. It is a movie.
I feel for Buster. You know, he was not part of this. He was not part of anything that was just discussed there. He has now lost his brother, his mother, and his father has been convicted of killing them and is now likely going to go to prison for the rest of his life.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I mean, I can put myself in everybody's shoes. The family of this young woman who was killed in that boat crash. The family of the Murdaughs, Maggie, his wife, who was, again, killed, blown away by a shotgun. You have a lot of empathy right now if you are watching any of the footage.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.